Bob McElroy, manager of the accounting department for John's Tricks and Jokes Emporium, called me in. 2 days ago, the love of his life was taken. Somebody had taken his collectible coffee mug. The receptionist greeted me, Miss Vaughn. She had legs like spoiled cottage cheese. The smell of cherry filled the air. "How you doing, handsome?" she asked. She was my kind of woman, the kind that liked to be fed. "I'm doing great, now that I've met you, Hamhock." She took a drag on her vape stick. "Only my boyfriends call me Hamhock." "And just how many boyfriends do you have?" She blew a cloud of vape juice in my face. "None right now." "I'd like to see what's under that moo-moo, but I need to talk to Bob." I gave her a wink and a coupon for a 2-for-1 value meal at McDonald's. Miss Vaughn licked her lips, pocketing the coupon. "We can use this later." She pointed down the hallway. "Bob's 2 offices down on the left." Bob's door was open. He sat at his desk solving a Rubik's Cube. "Mr. McElroy?" I asked. He looked up from his Rubik's Cube. "Who wants to know?" "I'm Tim. Hear about the missing coffee mug?" He motioned to the chair with an obvious whoopee cushion on it. I picked it up and sat down. "So, tell me what happened." Bob stood up and handed me the Rubik's Cube. "A week ago, I bought a special mug imported from Africa. It had a coin embedded in it. A coin with a face of..." He trailed off and looked out the window. "Former President Obama." I wasn't really paying attention. I was engrossed with the Rubik's Cube, but my ears perked up when he talked about the greatest president to ever grace the world's greatest country in the 200-plus years it has existed. "What about Obama?" "The coin had a face on it. A special order from the Bank of Liberia. It even has a certificate of authenticity." The Rubik's Cube fell apart in my hand. "Sorry." Bob sat back down. "Don't worry. It's just a joke Rubik's Cube." He put his head in his hands. "That mug was one of a kind." "How much was it worth?" "Almost $20, not including shipping and handling." I shook my head. That could be quite a lot of money to some people. "What can you do?" he asked. I crushed the whoopee cushion. The farting sound aroused me. "Actually, I've already solved the case. Have everybody meet in here in 1 hour." After an hour in the bathroom, I came back to Bob's office. Miss Vaughn was there, along with an indeterminate number of people without names or any distinguishing features worth describing. Bob stood in front of the group. "Tim here is going to get to the bottom of the theft of my mug." He waved me over. "Go ahead, Tim." "Good afternoon, everybody. This will be short, and you can get back to your job as receptionist and whatever else it is you all do around here shortly." "That's good. I love recepting things, especially from bulging men named Tim," said Miss Vaughn. I smirked. "I know you love taking things, Miss Vaughn, because it was you that took Bob's collectible Obama mug." Everybody gasped. One person fainted. Bob emitted odors. Miss Vaughn put her hand to her chest. "Darling, how can you accuse big old me of such a crime?" "It's quite simple, Miss Vaughn. I reviewed the last 10 years of employment of every person that worked here. You have an 8-year gap in your resume." She crossed her arms. "It's a tough economy." Out of my trench coat that I was wearing for some reason, I produced Miss Vaughn's police record. "I knew you would say that, because that's exactly what you said when you were arrested 8 years ago for theft. She snorted. I don't see what that has to do with Bob's mug. You're right, but you forgot one thing, Miss Vaughn. And what's that? The security tape that clearly shows you stealing Bob's mug. In fact, I have no idea why Bob didn't look at it in the first place. Bob stood up and stood behind Miss Vaughn. I knew it was her the whole time, but I couldn't turn her in. I love her. I have bad news for you, Bob. Check her blouse pocket. He reached in and pulled out the value meal coupon. It's just a coupon, so what? I checked my watch, which would have been more dramatic if I wore one. Look at the time, 12:30. I gave that coupon to her an hour ago, before lunch. Bob looked at the coupon, then me, then the coupon, then me, then Miss Vaughn, then the coupon again. Then the realization hit him. Oh my God. That's right, Bob. No fat person would ever allow a coupon for food to go unused. You see, Miss Vaughn has a terrible secret she has kept from all of you. I paused for dramatic effect. What's the secret? Asked one of the unnamed characters. I'm glad you asked, I said. Miss Vaughn is actually skinny. Miss Vaughn leaped from her chair at me like a cat after a brick. Bob and his unknown employees restrained her. You just had to come in and ruin everything, she said. And what did he ruin, Nancy? Asked Bob. I was going to run away with the janitor. Once I had that mug, we could go anywhere in the world. Some cops I had stashed in the hallway carried her away. I patted Bob on the back. Well, Bob, looks like those cops will get some coffee with their donuts. What? Asked Bob. Cops like to eat donuts, and she stole a coffee mug. You know, it sounded better in my head. Oh. I slowly backed out the door of Bob's office. Well, that was supposed to be my ending line, so, goodbye.